The Beef Today report is brought to you by John Deere and your local John Deere dealer. Nothing runs like a deer.
In our Beef Today report, a federal judge is recusing himself from the defamation lawsuit against ABC. ABC is being sued for $1.2 billion by Beef Products Incorporated over its coverage of lean, finely textured beef. The judge says his daughter-in-law works as a producer on ABC's Good Morning America. While those battles are just beginning, many ranchers are fighting just to hang on to the herd. Drought and dry weather continue to force liquidations and sales. The recent cattle on feed report shows numbers well below year-ago levels. For analysts like Jim Bauer, the numbers indicate support for the market.
I think the cattle market is on relatively solid footing. I have not priced anything yet for 2013. Last year we had a fortunate year. Our average price for our feeders was $161.48.
Wow.
About 1,300 points of that, though, was through the usage of underwriting out-of-the-money options, which we brought that revenue back to that client. Of course, we have to work with that client and make sure they have the inventory to back it up in case they get exercised on. But I think there'll be some good opportunities using that type of strategy in 2013. And it's one of those markets that I think went through such a, I guess you would call it just a rough time for a decade. I think the cattlemen are finally starting to get what they're probably due after having, a decade of real tough times. They're starting to see the ramifications of a better performing market now.
Bauer sees strong market signals for the next 3 to 4 years. He'll be back to discuss South America in today's analysis. Climatologists in Nebraska don't have much hope for a change in the weather. Nebraska state climatologist Al Dutcher tells Brownfield forecasts are not calling for any significant increase in precipitation this winter. And without it, he says it's going to take an extremely wet spring to start reducing drought.